studied economics, and I made a doctorate in Mannheim, and then more or less straight away started to work first for the ministry, and then when the regulator was created in 1998, I was transferred to the regulator and started in the regulator for telecoms and post. It became, after 3 years, I was promoted to the head of the office of the president. And there I, of course, had a very important role insofar that I had insights in all sectors, not only telecoms or energy, but all sectors that we regulate. No one should be afraid to enter into this area. And I think there are more models now as well, but I also think we should probably leave aside the assumption that STEM are the most important ones and consider that there are others, that other disciplines that are as important as STEM, and that all together they have to be seen in order to find the best solutions from a technical point of view. And technical in that sense means in the broadest sense of having a professional approach. And I think with the change in the attitude there, I would assume that more women will also choose these type of subjects, or not only STEM, as I said, but also economics, lawyers, etc., which were at the time probably also not considered relevant for for women. Focus on what they want to do, and also ask themselves which type of career, which level of career they consider them, or they want to achieve. Yeah, so how ambitious they want to be. And then also take into account that this requires in general a study of the subjects of STEM, economics and law, to a lesser extent maybe others, but the best, of course, is to have a very broad basis. Yeah, so I'm an economist by training, and this is my first subject. But when I worked already and became head of the unit that dealt with European regulation, I immediately realized that I had not enough knowledge on the legal side of the European legislative acts, and I made an additional executive training for this. So that is maybe also a message. You have to be focused for career, and you have to be ready to continue to learn and to be ready to have also additional subjects. And I think one important aspect there is also to always remember that the world is changing, and you have to adapt your knowledge to this changing world. Managed to use my capabilities and my knowledge to the best of my organization. I'm representing BNetzA in several European regulators group, but also to be accepted as someone who is knowledgeable and who is also able to be constructive in finding compromises on the European level. As I said, I think it is important to stay open, to be self-assured without being over the top, So and then in that sense, I mean, self-assured is being knowing what you can do and what you cannot do. Yeah. So that I think is a difference between self-assuredness and going beyond. You need to preserve yourself some sort of independence in your thinking, so that you are always ready to rethink if there are new elements, for example. This is important, and not to follow something only because you have to follow it or only because someone tells you to follow it. So of course you have to be loyal to your hierarchy, etc. But that doesn't prevent you from thinking on your own. And in that sense, I understand being independent. This is, of course, something which you can preserve only if you are convinced from the solutions you propose based on your professional experience and knowledge. But on the other side, and on the one side, and on the other side, having someone who accepts this and trusts that you know what you are speaking of, and that you know what you are doing, and that you are ready to interact and to find better solutions if there are any better. So that is important, that you always have these two sides of the medal. Independence is, of course, as a regulator, you have to be as an organization independent. But as I said, independence is also a mindset in being open and in not questioning, but in constantly checking your thinking and your solutions, being accepted by your colleagues from other regulators, for example, on the European level or worldwide. I think you will not achieve this without being trustworthy, and in that sense having integrity as a person that is convinced and that is not biased towards or in a specific way. As I said, I was very lucky that my decisions were always fitted always the situation I was in, and I found my way. But I guess this can be done also in a more strategic, straightforward manner.